Welcome to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with intuitive light worker, national speaker, metaphysical teacher, and best-selling author Lisa Kessler. What is it you want to manifest? Are you looking to increase your income, change careers? Maybe you want to manifest a new home or a new car. Are you ready to bring love into your life? You have come to the right place.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you're here today. Today, it feels like a really special episode just because this is our final podcast episode of 2025. This year went by so fast that part of me can't believe that I'm telling you this is the last podcast episode of 2025. But here we are. It's our final episode of season 2 years of manifesting podcast. And it's interesting because when I started the podcast, my first thought was, is a weekly podcast a good idea? How will I think of topics? Who will I have on? But taking that leap of faith and trusting when you get an idea, when you get that little epiphany moment where you think, I think I'm going to do this. Trust it. Please take action because your higher self, which is like, think of an extension cord plugged in from your crown chakra into the universe. When that is pinging, that's where those ideas come from. They don't come from thin air. There's a reason that idea popped in your head. So take action on it. Even if it doesn't turn out the way that you thought it would, it always opens the door to something else. I usually am reminding people that there aren't any failures. There's lessons that we need to learn, and we can't do it unless we try these new things, right? Some will be bigger and better than you thought, like suddenly I'm ending season 2 of this podcast. What? But others will teach you something where you'll walk away and go, I know more now than I did when I started. And that, my friends, is not a loss. It's not. There is no failure. There's only growth, right? And you can't grow if every single thing is considered a success, right? We're all learning and growing. So as we close this chapter on 2025, I just want to say thank you. I am so appreciative of you giving your time and your energy to try and make the world a better place. And you might be thinking, I didn't do anything to change the world. Yes, you did. By living your best life, by manifesting joy, you are changing the world because everything is tiny ripples. And you might pay it forward to one more person who pays it forward to 20, who pays it forward to 15 of each of those 20. And I was told there would be no math today, so I'm not going to try and keep extrapolating because my math skills are not that great. But I really do appreciate you being here. I appreciate you walking this manifesting journey with me. I appreciate you trusting me through all the twists and turns and miracles and lessons that this year had to offer us. So that brings me to this idea that 2025, it didn't always look the way we thought it would, right? Some dreams came faster than we thought. Others took some detours that we didn't see coming. And some are still unfolding, right? Because you may not have manifested your giant dream in 2025. That doesn't mean that you didn't make progress on it or that it didn't take a little side tour where you went, oh, what? I didn't even know to ask for this, right? And all of that is part of manifesting. Real manifesting is just learning to release our expectations, release the how, right? And we decide what we want and why we want it. And then we trust that the universe has a broader idea of what that could look like. That's how miracles happen. And so today, I want to send gratitude to 2025 for all of us, not just for the wins, but for the growth, the clarity, the new boundaries we may have set, and the moments that really changed us that we weren't expecting. Because really, this year has been a year of miracles, big and small. There were miracles that were loud, like big celebrations, dreams finally coming to life. My daughter got married this year. What? And we love our bonus son. He is just the best. And seeing the two of them together, being a team, has just fulfilled my heart in ways I didn't realize were possible, right? Some of my clients manifested amazing things like changing careers, moving to different states, making more money, having more joy, manifesting better mental health. We manifested so many books this year. Oh my gosh. And it has just been it's incredible to be able to watch these transformations, not only in my own life, but with my clients and in our manifesting community. So many miracles. We had a celebration, a gratitude celebration over the weekend, and I'm still on a high because it was just thrilling to hear all the changes that are coming into people's life. And what we learned again and again is sometimes the miracle isn't what shows up. It's really who you become while you're waiting, right? Because we grow by taking acts of faith, leaps of faith, trusting that we're going to build wings on the way down, right? Taking on a new challenge that seems a little bit scary. And it really does change who we are. And sometimes that growth doesn't look like how we expected. There are always moments that stretch us, moments that didn't work out the way we hoped. Maybe the timing was off. Maybe the progress was slower than what we wanted. But if you are listening right now and you're thinking, Lisa, I didn't manifest what I wanted this year, I really want you to listen. I want you to hear this. You did not fail and you weren't off track. You were learning and growing. You were getting prepared for the gigantic miracle that could walk into your life in 2026. Growth doesn't always look like every single thing is a success. It just doesn't. Sometimes growth looks like rest and self-care and recalibration and healing, right? Sometimes growth is learning to say no and setting boundaries. So whether or not your giant goal was realized in 2025, you were a success because you grew. You learned new tools. You maybe manifested some surprises that you weren't expecting. But probably the biggest success, I hope, is that you learn to trust the flow and you learn to trust divine timing. Because for me, as an impatient person at my core, that is the hardest part for me always, is trusting divine timing. And the thing is, the universe is always moving in a cycle, right? We talk about the moon cycles, and everything moves in an ebb and a flow, an expansion and then a contraction, action and then rest. Like, I'm a writer, and you always think there's action and then there's reaction to it. When you're writing fiction, the characters have something happen, some kind of action, and then you have to regroup. You have to have a reaction so that the reader can see how the character grew. And our lives act like that as well. And when we can learn to trust divine timing, we don't waste energy on worry and fear. We know that it's all going to work out. It was funny. I was clearing out my decks, and in the manifesting community, I have a little classified section where you can get rid of things that no longer resonate with you maybe and make room for things that will. And I always do that with my decks because I have so many decks. And so I went through and cleared out some decks that are no longer resonating with me. But in the back of one of them, I found this card, and I'm not sure where I got it, but I want to share it with you. It says, "You have survived 100% of your bad days." What? That is so true. And when we trust divine timing, when we remember, I have survived 100% of my bad days, it takes away some of that fear of the unknown and helps you to remember that you are supported. You are moving forward, even if you can't see it right now, because everything is a cycle. And when we try to force those outcomes or rush our own timing, it moves us out of alignment. And when we learn to trust that cycle, really something shifts inside us, because the manifesting becomes less about controlling the outcome and more about co-creating. You're collaborating with the universe, with all the energy around you. And as we prepare to step into 2026, this is your reminder that you don't need to push harder in 2026. Don't burn out. Don't push yourself to the edge. All you need to do is listen more. And this goes back to those epiphanies that I was talking about, like the idea for this podcast. When those gentle ideas whisper into your head, that is what you take action on, right? And you don't push. You just take confident, aligned steps in that direction. And you trust that the next door will unfold. Like I was trusting that somewhere these ideas are going to come to me of something to talk about, or amazing people will be willing to come on and chat with me about their manifesting journey. And we have had some great ones this year with New York Times bestselling author Jennifer Probst. Go listen to that episode. You will be so inspired. And USA Today bestseller Mary Leo was on last week with me, I think. And oh my gosh, her year was amazing. And you will be inspired because both of those, also Sandy Barone was on with me, another one who put out her very first book this year. So anyway, the inspiration is there for you. And to me, what's most inspiring is not a single one of them worked themselves to death to make it happen. Because really, my friends, when we start doing that, we might feel like we're more in control. But the reality is that amazing miracles could be passing you by because you're too busy to even see them. Those little ideas that pop in your head, you go, oh my gosh, I don't have time for that. And you keep moving with your plan. And that could have been a giant opportunity for you, right? So this year in 2026, I hope that you'll commit to listening to your higher self, making time to meditate so that those ideas can be welcomed in, because you can co-create something so much bigger than what you have intended on your paper. So that brings me to the new year ahead. I don't believe in resolutions. Making a New Year's resolution is almost setting yourself up for failure just because of the word resolution. It makes it sound like you're broken, like you have done something wrong. You need to be punished. You need a resolution to change because you are just on the wrong side, right? And when you punish yourself with this big change, it is not inspiring. It's scary. And making a resolution comes from a place of dissatisfaction, of fear. Maybe you're angry with yourself. And those kind of things, that's why they don't stick. It's not because you don't have strong willpower. It's because you're not inspired. And so here's my little shout out to every January. I do it's totally free, but it's a no resolutions challenge. And what we do is we figure out how to take those little goals that you might have, that you may have thought of as a resolution, but how to make them part of a dream. And when you do that, they just become cogs in the wheel. They become action steps to get to that big dream that you really are passionate about. And then it's not scary. It's inspiring. You want that dream so badly. And I would love to help you put that together. So in the show notes is the link to sign up, and you'll get a free workbook and you'll get the Zoom links. And if you can't come live for those 4 nights, you'll get replay links so you can watch them anytime. So please don't beat yourself up with resolutions. Maybe write down changes you would like to see in your life, but on January 5th, we start the No Resolutions Challenge. It's just 4 days, and it could really change your 2026. The way that you look at it, how excited you are to step into it. And I hope that you'll be there. I would love to see you. The Zooms are always so fun. It's great to see everyone's faces. And just remember that January doesn't require reinvention. You are not broken. In fact, you are exactly who you are supposed to to be, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. The new year doesn't require you to fix yourself. You are exactly in the right spot. So I hope you'll join the challenge. It's really an invitation to realign figure out what kind of big dream you have for the new year, not because you're behind, but because you are ready. You are ready to welcome in that dream. So as we close this chapter on 2025, I want you to just take a nice deep breath with me. I always remind people it might be your first deep breath of the day. Could have been mine. And then silently or out loud, just say this with me. Thank you, 2025. I trust what comes next. One more time. Thank you, 2025. I trust what comes next. So thank all of you for your openness, your courage, your willingness to dream bigger. I'm so grateful to continue this journey with you in 2025. 2026. It's going to take me a few days, guys. I'm a creature of habit. But I'm excited to see what 2026 is going to bring, what's going to unfold, and how we move forward together. Please know that the online manifesting community is always there for you. It was so fun. One of our Thursday Zooms, we always have 2 live Zooms a week in the manifesting community, just as a support system. It's not something that you have to come to every single one. But at one of our Thursday chats, someone in the Zoom said, I was having a really down day, and I just thought, you know what? Let's see what's happening in the manifesting community. Maybe I can get a dose of inspiration. And it almost made me teary-eyed, because when I thought about the manifesting community, that was where my heart was that we all have struggle days. We do. I do. We all do. And life comes at you fast. Life is messy. And when you have one, it is so great to know that there is a place you can go, a safe community online. You can post in, please send good vibes, or there might be a live Zoom and you can hop on and get the inspiration that you need in that moment. That's what I built the community for. It's very inexpensive. So if you can't afford one-on-one coaching or the mastermind, the community is a great support system. And we have so many fantastic people in there who are all learning and growing just like you. So that link is in the show notes as well. Feel free. This is your invite for 2026. Support yourself. Come join the online manifesting community. And thank you for being part of this community in the podcast. I really appreciate all the emails. And if you want to email success stories, that link is in the show notes as well. I love hearing from people out there who are changing their lives. I'm sending you guys so many blessings for 2026. Just remember to be open, trust, and make 2026 your best year yet.
Thanks for listening to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with Lisa Kessler. If you have questions or comments, or if you'd like to work with Lisa to manifest your dreams, you can connect with her through her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net. That's also where you can claim your free weekly tarot reading and manifesting tips. Make sure you subscribe or follow the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast on your favorite podcasting site so you never miss another episode. As Lisa likes to say, we can make magic when we bring the universe into the equation. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. If you'd like more information about Lisa, Metaphysical Manifestation Mentorship, or the Manifesting Magic Mastermind, visit her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net.